Hey guys, welcome back. This is That's a Lauren podcast. I'm Lauren Miller. I'm super excited that you guys have joined me for, I think this is episode 7? Yeah, episode 7. So sorry about last week. I moved into my college dorm, so I wasn't able to upload for you all, but I'm back. I'm better than ever. Super excited about today and what we're going to talk about. I feel like I'm like an official college student. I mean, classes haven't started just yet, but I'm really excited. It's definitely a big transition for me, considering that I am raised in the suburbs. I'm in the heart of Atlanta. I am in the city. I'm in Atlanta. Okay, I'm in Atlanta. So it's definitely been a change for me, and that's exactly what I want to talk about this week is transition. But before we get into that, you guys know how I do. Top 3 albums this week. Yo. All I'm going to say is I've been revisiting a lot of like old gospel music, bro. Grace by Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Y'all, it is so good. I was literally blown away. I'm like, I've known these songs forever. I'm like, these songs are really bops. Like, I see why she got where she at. Oh my God, this is some good stuff. Y'all know how I feel about the Glory Experience. That's my jam. You know, every word, every lyric, every song. Y'all, literally every album I played this week, I've known every word, every ad lib. So yes, but anyway, top 3: Glory Experience by Sheila Hilliard, Grace, Tasha Cobbs Leonard, and I'm gonna have to go again. Ty Tribbett, All Things New. That's the second week, Ty. Come on now. Maybe it's the third week. I can't remember. But yes, I love that album, y'all. I love that album so much. I love that album. But yeah, those are definitely my top 3. I enjoy all of them thoroughly, so that was really cool. No, I'm scared about how this sound is going to work. Y'all, I've put in the maintenance request for my air because it does not shut off because it never gets to the temperature. So I feel like you guys might hear the air. I don't know if you guys can or not. I don't have my headphones on. So we're just going to pray for the best. But yeah, I've been good. Oh, I almost forgot. If you are into, how do I say it? Girl, it's been 1 week. If you're into zodiacs, I'm a Sag. If you're in Enneagrams, I'm a 3. I'm in college for Georgia State, political science major with a minor in theater. After these 4 years, I'm going to Texas Southern University, get my JD, be a JD, whatever. I think that's what I normally say. So let's hop into it. So growing up, my mom, she words it in a way that I feel like will make the most sense to you. She always said I have a very sensitive spirit. Like, if you know me, I'm goofy. I like to laugh. I could be a little tough cookie. Like, I'm real. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just a lot of things balled up into one. That's how I would explain myself. A lot of things balled up into one. But yeah, like, I'm real tough. I can take a lot, but I have a very, very sensitive spirit. That's how my mom will say it. Thanks, Mom. And so it is very, very hard for me being in the city sometimes. And it's not like the walking, although I'm not used to the walking just yet. It's not that kind of stuff. It's none of that. I really do like, I don't necessarily like being around people, but I love people. I know that's confusing because I'm confused myself. But it's like, although I'm not necessarily a people person, and like I have very dry, sarcastic humor, I really do care about people. Like, especially my people, if you know what I'm saying, about the cultured, colored people, especially them. I care about them, and so being down here and like seeing these homeless people, and like today I went to Pizza Hut. If you don't know, I've been vlogging my experience on TikTok. Go ahead and follow me. I think it's Lauren Miller or something like that, y'all. I don't know. I'll put it in the description box. But yeah, so I'm going to Pizza Hut, and I just see like a bunch of black men with like guns, like not no like you know, little pistol. No, these are like big, I think you would call them AK-47s. Like, they're like the ones that like the people wear at protests that strap around your chest. And I'm looking at their badges. I'm like, these don't look like police officers. Like, they're not police officers. They had some kind of badge on. I don't know. It was like PAM. So I don't know. It was somebody. They all had the same badge on, so they were official people. And they were nice, I did a little fake white people grin when you pass people by, But I was just like, they were protesting for some boy who got shot. And if you know me personally, that kind of stuff, it messes with me, like, real bad. And so I'm walking past it, like, they're shouting, chanting and all that. I'm the kind of person, I looked a hot mess. Like, I was literally just going to pick up my pizza and come back to my room, because it's like a 1 minute walk, literally. But I definitely was like, I have to know more about this particular case. Apparently the police or somebody shot him, and it was a lot. It was like 7 bullets. It was just too much. It was just too much for me. Like, I'm trying to walk. And I literally felt myself, like, as I'm walking back to my dorm room. Mind you, I can still hear them chanting. Like, my school and Pizza Hut are within a block of each other, so I can still hear them chanting. It's like maybe like 30 to 45 of them, plus the armed men. It's like maybe like 5 armed men. And I'm just like, dude, like, I'm walking away, and I can literally feel myself like, Lauren, like, it's like half my brain is like, this is okay, I'm okay, like, this is sad, but I am okay. The other half is like sinking, like, fast. Like, I can feel myself like slipping into the episode. Like, literally, I can feel myself like, I know myself very well in terms of that. I can feel myself being like, oh, this is too much. I'm about to shut down. I literally was talking to myself like, half of it is like fight, the other half is fighting for Lauren's mental health, like, fighting hard, man. Like, oh my god, because that kind of stuff, like, when it comes to civil rights and just that kind of stuff, like, that stuff, like, it messes with me, and like, it just riles me up. Like, not many things can get me to the point, like, that point. Civil rights and kids being shot up and police brutality, all that kind of stuff. That stuff gets me hot. I'll never forget the height of COVID 2020. That's when the George Floyd stuff kind of was at its height. That's when it was at its height. And mind you, we're in the house. I have nothing better to do. I am investigating. I can tell you the cops' age, where they live, by their name. I can tell you their badge number. Like, I am invested. And I believe it was my mom for sure. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was like, yo, you have to, like, pull back from this. I remember her saying that, because I am like, it messes with me, like, sorry, I turned up the volume. But no, for real, like, it messes with me bad. Like, it just, I don't know, it just messes with me so bad. It makes me upset. It makes me angry. It gets me thinking of what I can do to fix it. I don't like when there are situations that I can't fix, and so it gets me very upset. Like, what can I do? What could I have done? And it just gets me so riled up. But yeah, she's like, you gotta pull back. Like, I was like sad. Like, I'm sad and angry at the same time. I'm just like, it's just, it weighs on me. I don't understand why. If you know why, if the Lord reveals to you why, please let me know, because I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. And of course, what makes me even more upset is that there are some times when we get cases that are really big, and we're all united for them, and they're just like Breonna Taylor or Ahmaud Arbery, or like Freddie Brown, things like that, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland. I'm trying to go off a list, but I can give you a list, honey. But it's like that. But there are literally thousands, no exaggeration, thousands of more that we will never know about. There are thousands who are trying to get publicity and trying to bring awareness to their situation who will never get it, and it's unfortunate and it's sad. And then there are cases like the George Floyd case where we all know what's up, and the world has to respond, and the world has something to say. But there are mothers everywhere in every city who are going through the same thing, maybe even worse. Now, we're not here to trauma compare and compare trauma. We're not here to do that, of course, but there are definitely people everywhere going through the same thing. There are other countries going through the unimaginable. There are people getting stripped from their kids every day. Kids getting shot up every day. Kids getting kidnapped every day. And so it just, especially, that's what it is. Like, I don't know. Like, I have a passion for, like, youth, like, young adults, kids. Like, it just, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I think for me, like, not to go off topic, but it ties into it on the back end. But for me, like, my dream being an entrepreneur, entertainer, sometimes I do get discouraged because I'm going to law first, and that's what I'm doing. And so it's like, are you making the right decision, Lauren? Like, are you sure this is a good choice for you? Like, you really want to go through with this law thing, knowing that you want to do music or knowing that you want to do podcasting, all that kind of stuff. But things like this, they remind me of, like, why I'm doing my life this way and why I'm following through with my plan. Because it's just like, it's just so much that's wrong in this power structure. Like, there's just so much that's wrong. There's so many things that need to be fixed and repaired. There are so many things that just need to be torn down and built back up. And I feel like it is, personally, is my job, before whatever dream career, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm gonna obtain that, of course, but I feel like first it is my job to get a level of influence, power, and, like, connections, resources, and all that, to be able to help my people. Why do I feel that obligation? I don't know, but I definitely do. And so it was thankfully, thank the Lord, I don't feel like I'm in an episode right now. Like, I feel, y'all, oh my God, y'all heard that? I'm trying to tell y'all, this is gonna be a lot different in the dorm room than my room, because my room was quiet. It was in my closet, and now I'm in my dorm room, and I'm in the city. So cars and all that, ambulances and all, ambulances. Child, I don't know. It's loud. But yeah, like, it's just. I feel like I'm fine. Like, I don't think I feel any type of way about it, but it's definitely in my mind. I was in the bed, I can't sleep, so maybe I am, I don't know. I'm not going to speak that over myself, but I'm definitely, it just messed with me, like, and then seeing the homeless people, and then seeing, because, it's, the homeless people aren't every block, so I'm seeing them as I'm seeing this protest, and it was just too much for me. It was like overload, which is why a couple months ago I posted that I wanted to pass out waters or do that in Atlanta, and I'm still very passionate about that. I found a organization on campus that does that and passes out waters and food and blankets and all the things that I was really passionate about. So I've already given them my information, and that's going to be super cool when we're able to do that in a couple weeks. They said maybe mid-September, so maybe, is that more than a couple weeks? Yeah, it's about a month and a half or so. But yeah, I can't wait to be able to do that, because, dude, I just can't. Like, it's too much for me. But that's all I want to talk about, like, transition. I feel like maybe I wouldn't be as sensitive right now, if I weren't in, like, this space in terms of, like, transition and fresh and new on campus, and getting well acclimated with the city, getting comfortable with the city and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like, I'm sensitive to that kind of stuff. But today it was something different. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it. I don't have the words to accurately describe how I felt. Like, I'm trying to explain to y'all to the best of my ability what I'm feeling. It literally felt like half of my brain was to the left of my body, half my brain was to the right of my body, and one of them is, like, fighting for my life. The other one is like, no, shut down, go cry or something, go get some ice cream. Like that, like, that's how it feels. Like, it's just discombobulated and confusion. That's how it feels. But I think that it's just transitioning. Like, although I'm settled in my dorm room, decorations, stuff like that is settled, and I'm settled in, I think it's still transition, whether it's mentally, some could still be physically with the whole walking and GPSs, and still not knowing being comfortable walking without it just yet. The GPS, it could be that, but I just think transition leaves you vulnerable. Transition leaves you vulnerable. It's like, it's just like, I don't want to say that you don't have sure footing. It's not that. It's just when you're moving, you don't always necessarily have time to fine tune the details, or you don't always necessarily have the capacity to pick up on every little thing. And I think that's where I am right now. Like, a lot of things are moving for me, like a lot of those friendships that you kind of drag along through the years that really aren't friendships, that kind of stuff changes. My priorities are changing. My physical location has changed. I'm on my own, sort of, kind of in the city. Of course, I'm only an hour from, home and stuff, but still, like, everybody has their own lives. And I think just discovering who you are without your parents, or not even just your parents, but everybody that like, on your back, finding out who you really are, like, starting all over again, basically, like, just getting a fresh start. Like, everything right now is unfamiliar. Every day at these trainings, I'm talking to people I've never met, people from different backgrounds. I'm in this city seeing buildings I've never seen, seeing like actual events and things I've never seen, or had to, live in the circumstances that I'm seeing. Like, because of course, I'm in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta my whole life. Like, I've seen, I've been out here all the time, but I've never lived in Atlanta. Like, people from Georgia, if you live within an hour from Atlanta, you're from Atlanta. But then if you're from Georgia, you know that, okay, like, you're not from Atlanta, you're from Gwinnett, or you're from, Stockbridge, or you're from here. But, like, everybody who's not from Georgia know, when you say you're from Atlanta, that means you within an hour of the city. But no, like, I'm actually in Atlanta, and I've never had to live in Atlanta. So it's definitely different than what I'm used to. Pros and cons, of course, like everything else. I think I did make the right decision coming here, but it's definitely a change. It's just, everything's new. I have more time to think, especially because classes haven't started yet. I have more time to think and just sit with myself. I don't have a car or way of transportation, so it's like, if I want to go somewhere, I have to walk, which is fine. But it's not like I can just clear my head and go for a drive. Like, absolutely not. Like, first of all, parking out here is insane. But yeah, so it's just different. Like, how before I'm like, you know what, I feel a little stressed. Let me go hop in the car. I will hop in the car in Forsyth. That's where I live, Forsyth. Hop in the car and shoot, go to Walmart, go to Starbucks, go to wherever. Now, it's not the same. So that's been a bit of a challenge, figuring out what to do. Like, I'm glad I haven't had any horrific or monumental moments yet. But I know for sure there are moments where I easily could have been triggered. Easily. Like, I had to make a conscious decision, like, no, like, we're not at home, pull it together. I don't know if that's good or bad. I have therapy Sunday, so I'm gonna tell my therapist. She'll probably tell me that that's bad, so I probably have to come back and tell y'all next week that don't do that, because she probably gonna tell me not to do that. But it's like, it's just, I have I've already been really strong and all that kind of stuff. Now I have to be extra strong because I cannot afford to slip into some kind of funk that causes me to be unproductive. I can't afford to. Like, I met this girl on campus and we're cool. I met a bunch of people on campus actually, but one of them specifically, we were talking today, and I was telling her, I'm like, yo, honestly, like, where my head is and my main goal right now is really this degree. Like, for real. Like, no kikiing, no joke. Like, all jokes aside, my main goal right now is this political science degree, walking across that stage in 2026. That is really, like, on my mind. Nothing else, no parties, no boys, like, nah. I am really focused on this degree in real life. Like, school hasn't even started yet. I've been to that bookstore. I know exactly what books I need. I know exactly who the professors' names are, their email. Like, I am on top of it because that's really what I'm here for. Like, and I'm not saying you can't have fun. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think that although we all come to college to learn and to get that degree, it should be enjoyable. You should make connections and you should have fun and you should make those connections and you should have that time with your colleagues and peers and all that. I think that it is still important to prioritize education and what you're here for. Like, I don't want to look back and regret it, but I really am focused on getting that degree, building the connections. Like I said a little earlier, partnering with the organizations that are helping the homeless down here, because it's a lot of things to fix and help down here. Building and figuring out this podcast stuff, trying to figure out how I can get the video along with the audio. Plus, now I'm in my dorm, so that's going to be an interesting situation. Just thinking about bringing back the YouTube, maybe like vlogs for college and advice and stuff like that. Now that I'm going through it, that's what's on my mind right now, and getting this money. Okay, right? I'm not thinking about nothing else. Honestly, I'm really not. I'm not thinking about anything else right now. I think after I get settled, once classes start and I'm settled in my routine, and then maybe we can incorporate a little more fun, a little more outings, a little more free time, maybe. But right now, all your girl is doing, plus what all these chicken pox, monkey pox, knocks, locks, COVID, movid, and everything else, child. All I do every day so far since I've been here, wake up, clean up, disinfect, which I found out that sanitizing, disinfecting, and cleansing are all three different things. Apparently, you're supposed to clean, sanitize, then disinfect. I have sanitizer, and I have disinfectant. I don't have cleanser, but I'm gonna, next time y'all talk to me, I'll be doing all three steps. Thank you. And again, it's the people I'm training with down here were teasing me about it, about cleaning every day, because they saw some of my videos on TikTok. They're like, oh my God, you have everything down. Like, girl, it's only you. And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, here's my thing though. Listen, COVID, the monkeypox, tarantula tox, whatever. I don't care what it is. It can't touch me. That's number one. Okay, let's be clear. It can't touch me. I know that. But I can still do my part in maintaining my health and well-being. Because y'all just be wanting God to be a genie. Like, y'all be like, God protect me, and y'all just be putting yourselves in harm's way. Like, alright. Plus, y'all, everyday sicknesses, the flu, the cold, and all that kind of stuff. I said the cold. The flu and colds and all that stuff is still stuff. All that stuff is still around. Just because we're focused on COVID doesn't mean the other stuff. Like, I've had a cold since, and yes, I tested negative for COVID. Hello, people. But I've had a regular old cold. Like, that's still a thing. Those are still germs. That's still bacteria or whatever else causes that kind of stuff. So, yeah, God is not a fairy or a fairy godmother or godfather riding on a horse across the city like granting wishes. That's not how that works. Like, that's not. So it's like I know he's gonna protect me, and I know, you know, all that, but I'll also make wise decisions, and I do things that are smart. Put it like that. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to hook up with some random dude that I don't know in the city of Atlanta with all this stuff going on. That doesn't make sense, morally and health. You know, come on, with people. Like, y'all, we got to be smarter. We got to be smarter. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. Yes, that's back to transition. It's transition for me. It's definitely transition for me. I can tell that I'm going to be better by the time I graduate. I can see little changes slowly, but I also know, and what I realize is that there's going to be challenging times and challenging days, but what I do know, what I feel is that, how can I explain it to y'all? I feel like when you're building something new, whether that's a business or like, it doesn't have to be tangible, your mentality, your mental health, or your personality, whoever. When you're doing that and you're going through transition, I feel like there has to be a point of like tearing down, or there's an ugly phase to it. Like, my mom got her the house that we live in now, hallelujah, was a new construction. So I never forget pulling on that property. Mind you, I know what the finished product's supposed to look like. I'm like, ooh, it's about to be nice, Mom. Got the dark this, and you know, I'm not gonna say too much. Some of y'all are weird, so I'm gonna be very careful. I'm like, ooh, like, this is dark, but this is light, and the garage is this. Like, ooh, it's about to look so far. Like, yes. I'm pulling up to our house. At the time, to our land. I saw the little foundation they had on there. I said, Mom, where's the house? This is not. I expected to pull up and to see the little wood up. I expected to see the little, you know, I expected to see something. And what I saw, it was not giving, honey. I said, It had the little white thing, the white foundation with the poles in it. I'm like, Mom, like, this looks small. It looks smaller than what the floor plan is. I've seen the model home. This is not what it's supposed to look like. Like, this is ghetto. This is ridiculous. Like, I don't like this. I remember being so skeptical. And the next time we came, we could walk in, like, there was no door, but you could see the frame of the house. I'm like, like, this is dope. This is so dope. Like, so far. And at this time, they put the bathtub and stuff in there, right? But then the next time I came after that, it was like dirt and stuff in the bathtub, and it was just wild. It was like it got worse. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm supposed to be. I'm so confused right now. Like, what's going on? And then next time I came, it got better and worse and better and worse, and then better and better and better, and then, you know, next thing you know, we closed, and then boom, there's the house. So when I told you that, for the point of me telling that story was, I think it's easy to get skeptical in the process of whatever you're going through. It's easy to get skeptical. It's easy to be like, no, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Even since I've been in college, like, I'm not gonna lie, my roommate is not what I thought it was gonna be. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not saying it's bad. If you listen to this girl, you know, come on now, you know this, gang. My room is not what I thought it was gonna be. How the people are here, not what I thought it was gonna be. Again, whether good or bad, it's okay. And like I said, transition leaves you vulnerable, and I think I'm gonna have to find where I fit in terms, and not in terms of with the people, but where I fit in, like what's my purpose down here? like, yes, it's to get a degree, but like I feel that like really strong. Like I know I'm supposed to do something. I'll figure it out in time. Okay, all the folks I got in my life, I'm gonna find out what I'm supposed to be doing, child. Okay, now that's another thing. Like, I'm so grateful for people in my life. Like, a lot of them care about me, but also like really do love the Lord and know Him for real. and none of them are gonna let me just be out here willy nilly all crazy. But anyway, shout out to y'all. But back to the point. Find out what I'm supposed to do out here. B, find my space. Like, I know if I feel like I'm starting to, when I was back home, I felt like I was starting to go into a little funk. I can go here, I can drive, I can do this, I can do that. I gotta find something that helps me, or that alleviates stress, or that just allows me to breathe. I gotta find my little space. I gotta find my safe place, if you will. I don't know quite how to describe that, but I gotta find my spot. I gotta find my spot in that. See, I do have to find my community of people, and I think one thing that I'm trying really hard not to do is I don't want to come down here and just be like, oh no, you're not a Christian, I don't want to be your friend. Oh, you're not black, I don't want to be your friend. You're not this, I don't want to be your friend. Oh, you're a Republican, I don't want to be your friend. Oh, you're this, you're that, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I think that it's okay, and I think it actually benefits you to have friends who are different from you, and have different views from you. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go, be best friends with some devil worshiper. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is people with different perspectives, people with different backgrounds, people who believe different things, being friends with them and getting to know them as people, and seeing life the way they through their lens, and just getting to know them and their experiences makes you better. Like, I know one girl, she's a Muslim, and me and her are rocking. Like, we cool. Like, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. We respect each other's belief. I'm not gonna force Christianity down your throat. You're not gonna shove your Islamic faith down my throat. We good, we cool, we rocking. You know what I mean? Like, there's no disrespect, there's no, like, you are cool as a person. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's really powerful. Like, I feel like that's important. I really want to leave here, like I said, with my degree, of course, is number one. With connections, and you never know who you're gonna need. You never know who people are. That's number two. Like, you really don't know who people are. Like, she could be the next freaking, I don't know, DA, mayor. She could be the business owner, or whatever. Like, or just a friend. Like, you never know who people are and what role they'll play in your life later on, or what role they'll play in your life when you need them the most. So I want to be very intentional of making friends, of course, that'll hold me accountable in terms of Christianity, my walk with God, and all that kind of stuff. And even like who hold me accountable in grades of my same major, political science, because I've got cool people from my same major as well. But also I just want to be cool with good people and learn about other cultures and beliefs, and just learn. That's what I learn. I want to learn. I want to explore different things. I just really want to grow, and I want to evolve, and I want to become stronger, and I want to be able to look at this podcast and look at who I am as a person, my mental health, all of that. I want to be able to look back. I'm talking in terms of 2026. Look back in 2022, look back at now, where I am right now, and be like, wow, I see the changes, I see the growth. I see how much I've evolved and how much I've learned over these past 4 years. I see the friendships I've gotten. I see all of that. I see the experiences I went through that made me stronger and better. Like, I want to be able to look back and say, wow, like, how differently things have changed. Even the pod. Who knows what I'll be talking about, or what I'll be doing in 4 years. Who knows? Okay? Who knows? I don't know. If you know, again, if God has revealed to you what it's about to be, let me know. But yeah, like, who knows? And so I'm super excited I might have a whole setup and be somebody in these streets. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but I'm super excited to see how everything's gonna turn out for me. I know it's gonna be good. I know that there are a solid few who really want the best for me and who actually are praying for me, who actually, care about me. And that's another thing that, y'all, oh my God, since I've been a new therapist, well, not even a new therapist, just since I've been out of high school. So for these past couple months, bro, I am like, certain things I just don't like anymore. And for so long, I just didn't speak up on them. So transitioning into a place where I'm like, yo, especially with my mom, like speaking up on my mind now, and not just my mom, but I'm just using her as an example because I know she won't care about, with me talking about it. But like, it's hard. Like when you're used to me not saying anything about how I feel or how what you said, what you said or how you said affected me. You used to me just saying nothing, and now I'm saying something. That's hard. Like, it's hard for me too. It's emotionally draining. Like, actually caring and actually being emotionally healthy is draining. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'd rather just go back to like acting like I don't care, all that kind of stuff. Because this is like, especially when people don't give you the reaction. Well, for me, people don't give me the reaction that I intended for them to give. Or like, if people don't give me the reaction I thought they would, or they don't respond in a way that I feel like is good enough. And I'm not saying that it's disrespect. Like, well, sometimes it is disrespectful. Like, or even that. Like, sometimes they respond in a way that I feel is disrespectful, in a way that I feel like is dismissive or passive aggressive or whatever. It's just like, it's hard for me because it's so easy for me to be like, you know what, I don't care, and resent you in silence. Okay, what I can do is resent anybody in silence. It's horrible. It really is horrible. So I'm glad for my therapist. Shout out to her. Love her. Go queen. Yes, but it's just like, again, transitioning into having emotions, to having feelings. Like, I feel like that's a big part of why I feel the way I feel right now while I'm on campus, because it's like certain things that I would have just convinced myself that I didn't care about, I really do care about. But at the same time, I can't expect the people around me, I can't hold them accountable for A, something that they don't know, and B, for something that was so different for such a long time. But I think it's also a weird space that I'm navigating into. And so it does leave me very vulnerable. Like, these words actually do hurt me. These kind of jokes I actually don't like. Mom, when you say this, I don't like that. Hey, friend, when you do that, I don't like that. That is so hard for me. And it feels horrible. I don't like it. But my therapist says that this is the way to go. And that in the end, I'll be happy and I'll be better. Because I have to communicate with people. And she says, Lauren, you get disappointed in people, for their actions, or you feel some type of way in your heart for what they did, but you don't hold yourself or them accountable for what they're doing to you, because you don't even say, you don't speak up about how you feel. And I was like, well, you got a point. So I'm transitioning into speaking my mind a little more, of course still in a respectful way, but I just think, I could cry. It's just so frustrating. Like, when you feel like you're trying to do better and be better, and it feels like the other people aren't like you're trying to reach out and they're not responding the way you think they should. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Or some people, like, since we're talking about transition, like, there are people I know I would never talk to again, ever, who in my heart I'm like, I actually care about you. There are other people who our relationship is never going to be the same, ever. And it's hurtful because I care about you, and I want the best for you, and I want us to be cool, and I want us to talk. But it's just like, I know where I'm going, I know what I want, and you're not it. Like, I'm focused right now. I don't have time for wishy-washy friends. I don't have time for inconsistent Negroes. I don't have time for it. I don't. And so all of this happening at once is a lot. But it's okay. I'm going to be okay. I feel good. I have work tomorrow at 6:45 a.m. My alarm is going to go off at 5:45. I think I set it for 5:50, something like that. I'm excited about that. I get off at 9 a.m. I'm going to take a nap, and then I'm going out with my girlfriend, Millie, period. Shout out to her. Love you, girl. Yes. I cannot wait to talk to my therapist, y'all. I'm going to talk to her about what I talked about on here. I'm sure she's going to give me some new insight. I'm going to write it down and share with you all what she said. But yes, I am transitioning physically into college. I am transitioning mentally into like degree mode and connection mode, and really figuring out what I'm supposed to do here while I'm down here in Atlanta. And then emotionally, like speaking up for myself. And I think the main space where I'm doing that more is with my family, cause I'm trying to tell y'all, like, for so long I prided myself on like trying not to need anything, especially emotion. Like physically now I'm gonna ask hello, but like in terms of like emotionally, like in my mind being out the way, or not needing anything or neglecting myself, was like I felt like I was doing good, because then people didn't have to worry about me, when really my needs weren't getting met. And now I'm resenting people for things they don't even know are happening because I didn't communicate them, but I didn't know either. So it's nobody's fault, but now having to undo that work, it's uncomfortable. It ruffles feathers, creating new boundaries that people don't like. So what? Boundaries aren't for you, they're for me. That's also what I'm learning. New boundaries are not for the other person, they are for you. They really are for you. Like, I'm not okay with this no more. I used to be okay, especially this one person. I used to be okay with you calling my phone at a certain time. After 8 o'clock, if you're not Kania Miller or a select few, you're not getting a response from me, baby. Friendship, romantic, it don't matter who you are. After a certain time, I will see you at 7 o'clock the next day. Y'all, boundaries, like, or even certain things, like, I used to be okay with you talking to me this way. I really don't like it. And I think for me, what makes it worse is when it's adults, I'm never going to be disrespectful, but finding a happy medium between, like, not being disrespectful and always being respectful, but also, being confident. And I said what I said, you know what I kind of mean? But, like, finding that balance where I'm not disrespectful, but at the same time, like, I want my point to be heard. I want my point across. And that's also hard for me, because I can slip into disrespect, or I can slip into, like, just shutting down. I'm trying my best not to, but it gets very frustrating for me, because I'm very new to this emotional stuff and speaking up for myself stuff. So sometimes when I get pushback, it feels like there's no point of doing this. So that's all the transition I'm going through right now. I'm super excited about it all. I'm gonna, of course, take you on the journey with me. And like always, all this stuff I'm talking about, I am not an expert in. I don't have a degree in. I am literally speaking with you all as it happens in my life. I'm not an expert. I'm not a life coach. Girl, you hitting the mic doing all that. I'm not an expert. I'm not a life coach. I have not perfected or mastered any of this. I'm literally just talking to y'all like y'all are my friends in my room. All right. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening. You can follow me on Instagram at Lauren Miller __. TikTok at It's Lauren Miller. Snapchat Dream_vocals, and YouTube at That's So Lauren. Thank y'all for listening. Transition leaves you vulnerable, but have people in your life that cover you, protect you, and that'll be there for you. And guys, it's okay to call. Like, it's like the other day, I actually missed my mom, and it hurt my feelings, because I wanted her to call me, but she didn't call me. But she's also busy, but so, I don't know. But, I put my pride aside. I called her, and I was glad I did, because we had a good conversation, and I missed her. So I called her, and I put my what, girl? I said, speaking in tongues. I put my ego aside, and so have people around you, the solid, whether it's your family, your homeboys, your homegirls, whoever around you, that if you need some support, if you need people to lean on, they'll be there for you. That doesn't mean that you should lean on them like and baby you, but if you have to, for a quick second, fall back and rest, have that solid one or two people who you can count on. So that's all I got, y'all. I'm going through transition. I'm gonna be fine. I'm really excited. I feel pretty good right now. Because I know if I felt bad, I would tell y'all. Okay? What I'm gonna do is be honest. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Super excited about whatever new was coming in my life. Thank y'all. It's getting loud. People are in the hallway, and whatever is happening outside is getting loud too. So I'm gonna go. I love y'all. I will see y'all next week. Peace out. Stay safe out here, y'all. Mask up, glove up, sanitize up. Bye.